Christian, how does it feel to be back?
It feels great. Starting with the back-to-back is kind of crazy, but it feels good to be back. Start with the win.
10 rebounds off the bench, and that's a really, really high number. You're on the offensive glass a lot over the course of tonight. Just was that a point of emphasis for you? Did it just happen, or is it something you always do?
No, I got a few early, and there was just a lot of opportunities tonight. Just being in the right spots, trying to make extra opportunities like always. A lot of them just came right to me.
Christian, you take us through that sequence where you had a couple of really impressive attacks to the rim, and one on the second. I was curious if you're able to sort of get one of those to go, if it sort of sparks you to want to go at the rim a little bit more.
Well, I think that we did a good job getting stops and running. That's what I'm good at, is playing transition. And I think people on the second one hit me in a good spot. Just going to finish and do what I do in transition.
You had 2 steals, Reggie had 2 steals, Peyton and Zeke each had 4 blocks. Was tonight a step in, I guess, the right direction in terms of, you kind of touched on, but the identity that second unit wants to have?
Yeah, we did a good job switching. I think that even in practice, we've done a better job just communicating early, switching up and doing those things. And so we kind of saw a little bit of that going into this game. I think we did a good job communicating today. They made it easy on us a couple of times, and we forced them into tough shots. But that's what that second unit needs to do, is fly around. I mean, some of the blocks people had, you just can't teach. And those were great plays. And obviously Zeke had 4 blocks in 16 minutes, whatever it was. But both of them were really good.
You guys struggled a bit with switching just pre-All-Star break at various times with the bench unit. Just is it something that you guys maybe focused coming out of the break with, or is it something that you feel like maybe more time has just allowed for some comfortability there?
With that second unit, we haven't had as many reps, all 5 of us on the court. But I think the whole team needed to tighten up, whether it was switching up, switching, off the ball, whatever it was. But I mean, that's just natural as you focus on playoff defense and getting back to those habits that won us the championship last year. Just tighten those things up naturally, it'll look better.
This is only your second year playing with him, but is there anything that Jokic ever does that surprises you at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think when we came in today, we were talking about it. I think he went 10 for 10 today. And it just seems like nobody, bats an eye at it. It's like, man, I thought in my head, like, man, that's not normal. What he's doing isn't normal, and obviously it's fun to watch, fun to play with. He threw a ball to me today that hit me in my chest before I caught it. So it's fun to play with. Extremely humble in what he does, and what he's doing is not normal. He does it night in, night out. So it's really fun to watch.
Are you still learning to try to anticipate some of his less predictable passes?
Well, I knew there was a guy wide open in the corner, so I'm thinking he's going to throw it to the corner, and I didn't think I was open, and the ball literally hit me in the chest. So obviously a great pass by him, but you just got to be ready wherever you are in the corner, not looking at you. If he's looking at you, he's probably not throwing to you. So, he's an all-time great player. And, he's really fun to watch, really fun to play with, and he makes everybody look really good.
What are you hoping to improve the most on in this after the All-Star games at the end of the season? What do you want to work on before the postseason?
I just want to win. I think that's the biggest thing, is tighten up screws as a team. My biggest thing for me is to become a 2-time NBA champ after this year. That's what the team's focused on. I think that you go to the break, you step away, you refresh a little bit, and you come back focused on the team. That's what everybody needs to be focused on. These last 20-some games, whatever it is, gets to the playoffs with home court advantage. Going to the playoffs, playing really good team ball. So that's what everybody's focused on. I think that's, how you win games.
Malone also said, though, that it's not necessarily the top priority to be the number 1 seed in the West. Obviously, you want to win games, you want to be that, but does it sort of speak to the confidence of the group, knowing that you can sort of play out your games, know that you feel decent about playing on the road if you have to in a later round at least?
Yeah, I think that we're confident we can beat anybody. That's the biggest part. But we're confident when we're healthy. So that's also big. You want to be healthy as long as we're talking about being a top 4, seed, getting home court advantage. But we want to be one. We're competitive. There's no question about it. We want to be the number 1 seed. But as long as we're healthy going into the playoffs, we think we can beat anybody.
What's it going to take to be pedal to the metal at this stage? I know the last year you guys kind of took the foot off the gas towards the end when didn't really need to compete for seeding as much. Just what's it going to take just going all the way through the finish line this year?
Like I said, just doing it. Focusing on it. Don't talk about it. Just go do it. Go focus on each game, win each game. Try to get as high as we can in the standings. Like I said, try to be healthy. That's the biggest thing on us. Be healthy, have home court advantage, just do what we did last year. Stop talking about it, just do it.
You mentioned in practice that you tried to stay off your legs this break. Did you feel a little lighter out there on your feet?
Naturally, I think to come back from a break, everybody's a little lighter. But I think even just stepping away, from it a little bit, step away from, that first however many games, come back refreshed, come back, mentally locked in. I think that's a big thing too, just mentally coming back and locking in. And like I said, just focus on the team things, all the individual stuff's out the window. Focus on winning as a team, getting better as a team, and tighten up those screws.
What did you do the most without basketball?
Say it again?
What did you do the most? If you weren't doing basketball, what were you doing the most?
It's crazy. I actually went to watch my friend Tyon. He plays at Grand Canyon. He's a really good player there. He's like 25 and 10 tonight. So I went to watch him. He puts on a show every time we go watch him. So I think I went to 2 of his games. So it was still basketball. It was still revolved around basketball. But at least I was in a seat watching, getting to cheer him on. So that was cool.
You don't want to go to a beach or anything?
I'm not really a beach kid.
Is that who's on your shirt?
Yeah, this actually I didn't even notice that. Yeah, this is him. This is him. He had 25 and 10 tonight in a big win. So you'll see him next year.
Were those games at Grand Canyon?
Yeah, at Grand Canyon. It's a pretty cool atmosphere too.
I was gonna say it like seemed almost kind of festive.
You got to catch it. It's like there's a lot of energy in the building. It's like a refreshing thing to go to a game. The gym's not too big, but it's packed and it's really fun. Like I said, he's like entertaining. He's a college basketball player you get to watch. So you guys will see him, like I said, next year.
So better than campus.
No. but the energy's great. The energy is it truly is. The stadium's just not as big.
All right, thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian.